and welcome back to Aphelion Everlasting, the intrepid adventure of four very handsome and debonair and adventurous individuals.
How dare you compliment me like that?
Go on. When we last left off, you guys had spent the better part of 2 weeks dealing with the aftermath of the scuffle in the Pipetown district of Aphelion Station. You had worked with the representative from Lortian Dynamics, one of you anyways, on negotiating the contract that you were going to be under for a pretty reasonable return on your part, a ship to call your own. The Fortuna, which I believe you still held that name, or did you choose another name?
Baracus.
Barachius.
Barachius,
Yes.
that's correct. The name of one of the mystical creatures of the Starfinder universe. Very poetic. In that time frame, you got more familiar with the ship. After speaking with the liaison with the Lortian Dynamics company, the android AT, if I remember correct, his name was 198002. And
Your tits for you.
and little inside joke there. The maiden voyage was going to be on a short trip across the Pack World system to one of the moons of Bertheta, the moon of Kalomahoy, a very icy water moon, one of the many celestial bodies surrounding the gas giant. You were directed to this job by the ship's native AI, Nemo. And after a short couple-day journey through the drift, you guys re-enter into normal space in fairly deep orbit around Kalomahoy. And that's what we'll be picking up as you guys shift back and the transition from the drift, the multicolored maelstrom that occurs, and almost in kind of like a crackling sort of like reveal around the ship, you enter back into normal space. And in front of you is this large blue, off-white colored moon, and the large looming, even obviously with the millions of mile difference to Bertheta, still looming almost as a large teal purple backdrop, kind of really accentuating the color variation between the two celestial bodies.
Looks like we made it.
And, chirping through the systems. Indeed we have, Zidix. Welcome.
Hey, Nemo.
Yes.
Is there a spaceport located on the moon?
Well, it's standard procedure to request clearance to dock. There are no orbital arrays around Kalomahoy, but there are several landing stations on the surface.
Okay, good to know. Guys, we need to ask for permission to land. Who wants to make that call?
Nosios.
It would most likely be whoever is in the captain's seat.
Oh.
So whoever is in that position.
Well, we got Tet piloting right now.
Yeah, I think that we've learned that I shouldn't really do much talking to other people.
I'll do the talking.
All right, bud. You have Ed.
All right.
Want to beep some boops to get their hailing frequency.
Easily enough, Nemo kind of assists with picking up the local info grid and designates you to one of the landing stations. Identifies itself as Flowtop Station.
Alright. Hello, Flowtop Station. We need docking. Do you have any pads open for us?
Is this your first entry into the space of Kalomahoy?
Yeah?
You hear a brief kind of pause. Landing is confirmed. Your credentials are verified. You'll be able to land on platform Theta 05.
Alright, thank you very much. Have a good one. Brr.
What did he say?
Landing pad Theta 05 is where we're heading.
Who is it?
What?
Who is he?
He was the official.
Oh.
You
Okay.
didn't get a name.
Do we
Even
know
Whoever
who,
answered.
did we know who he works for? Or, like what this legit?
Who does number
I
two
mean,
work for?
the readouts indicate that it is the kind of orbital control of Kalamohoi. You're just kind of just from the registrations that popped up. I mean, the message itself was kind of broadcasting through your intercom system, so everybody's able to hear it. You know, it sounded more of kind of like a Theta 05, like a little bit of a jorbling.
Gorgle Borgle.
Horrible, horrible.
Well, let's go to Theta 05, I guess, guys.
Yep.
Do it.
Let's park it.
So,
Initiate landing protocols.
navigation down to the surface is going to be a piloting check.
No problem.
You got this, Ted?
I've landed things like this in my sleep.
But now you have to do it in real life.
19.
No, 19.
No. Oh, and I rolled a 9.
So, finding that it's in the northern part of the hemisphere, you do find the flight corridor needed to enter in. You kind of coming into an actual atmosphere for the first time. Ship holds up pretty well. Nemo doesn't have to assist with piloting. You're able to, have the readout. It's kind of the
I'm just like
squares kinda coming.
I got my hands on the stick and I'm just like bringing it down, and on the readouts I see a couple things like go to automatic. I'm like,
No, I got this, Nemo. No need to help.
He's like, are you sure? There are many calculations to be done.
Yeah, no, I got this. Just back off.
Very well. And, there's a little bit more of a, like a little shake to it.
Yeah, this is more like it.
Okay.
But, you guys eventually, you hear kind of a low, kind of like boom as you like crest down into the atmosphere. And immediately, one thing you notice is that the edges of the kind of display port starts to kind of immediately start to kind of frost over as you guys enter the light snowfall that actually is cascading across. You see just a long stretch of blue with patch marks of ice, large glaciers, many more larger than probably a lot of buildings that might be on a planet, just kind of flowing. You can, as you're flying through, as he does, gets a little close to one, and you see just almost as in like response, you see the two closest to each other just kind of, and you hear a low kind of like full crackling like distant thunder as they like start to shatter and kind of like.
and as we like actually come down into the atmosphere and the weather and everything and stuff fogs over, I come over there and come.
This is your pilot speaking. We've now entered into the atmosphere of Kalamohoi. It's a balmy 4 degrees Fahrenheit out there. Please watch your step as exiting the vehicle.
And kind of after politely waiting for you, actually the surface temperature is negative 45 degrees.
Yeah, no, it's not about the real facts. It's just pilot out.
You got actually by a computer.
I'm just,
AI.
I'm just sitting back there and I'll just give him like a little eye roll and a little chuckle. God damn.
So eventually you do see kind of like almost in like a holographic readout, you see a blip on the horizon and you kind of slow down and you see kind of floating in the water itself is a large kind of triangle-shaped platform. There are 3 landing stations, each one large enough to accommodate the ship that you're on. So I mean, the whole structure itself is very large. But again, this is just a landing platform. So you guys kind of retro thrusters kicking in, and you like land. There's a kind of a slight kind of like buckle, and you start to feel kind of like a very low kind of like rolling of the ship, kind of teetering with the waves, which aren't very like jagged. There's not like foam tops or anything like that,
Just
but it's
a
very
little bit.
yeah. It's cresting against the large station. Like the size of the landing platform really lends to it being stable-ish.
Stablish.
And Nemo says, "We have arrived. Do you wish to hear the full readout about Kalamohoi?"
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess we do.
I don't like this AI.
Kalamohoi was the first of the moon celestial bodies to join the Pact World Association.
I walk out like off the bridge, go down the ladders, and I'm going to like where I have
Which is our
Buzz docked and just everything. I'm just going and getting my gear together.
And Nemo kind of like just stops for a second. I feel it really should be stated that every new world that you encounter should be fully aware, and you can hear this as it's like, you know, still like the intercom is like following you almost at the same time, and it just states, you know, many of the world's surface platforms are simply for trading, but majority of the Kalo race reside in underwater vent cities
Do it.
far below the ocean.
Gurgly voiced sons of bitches.
Anything else, Nemo?
I didn't say that. It was good.
Since it is your first time here, it is advised you keep with the traditions of the Kalo.
And those are?
Okay.
You must properly perform the proti ekfravost.
Huh?
I'm not aware of that ritual.
It is Kaloan
painful.
for first expression.
Oh, okay.
They are a very artistic race, and they require every newcomer to the moon properly display their own artistic expression.
That's great. We just came up with an awesome crew greeting.
One thing to note, if not properly accepted, you will be labeled as Keno, also known as blanks. They find that lack of beautiful expression is a rejection of their culture, and therefore you will be shunned.
Oh, man.
All my expression is beautiful, baby.
Very well.